In early March 2002, in the rugged Shah-i-Kot Valley of eastern Afghanistan, US and Allied forces launched Operation Anaconda, the largest post-9/11 battle yet. It wasn't just a military action, it was a defining moment in the early global war on terror. Already battered by winter, this rugged terrain rises to nearly 12,000 feet, favoring the enemy's defensive positions. It's a place where altitude steals your breath, and a missed step could mean death. Taliban and al-Qa'ida fighters had entrenched themselves in hardened cave systems, tunnels, and natural high-ground defenses, giving them a lethal advantage. Their positions were not random. They were calculated, covering likely ingress points and enabling overlapping fields of fire. Operation Anaconda would become a bloody lesson in underestimation, logistics failure, and valor under fire. It tested both leadership and brotherhood in the face of overwhelming odds. As troops stepped off helicopters, they were not just landing, they were walking into a kill zone. The sound of rotor blades faded into a hail of bullets. This was no quick mission. It would stretch over 2 harrowing weeks of ambushes, air support, and heroism. For many, the valley became a crucible of endurance and sacrifice. After toppling the Taliban in 2001, US planners believed Afghanistan's southern front was quiet. But Afghanistan has never been a place for complacency. But surveillance showed enemy fighters regrouping southeast of Kabul, hiding in mountain valleys and waiting. They watched coalition movements and prepared ambushes. Their silence wasn't surrender, it was strategy. An estimated 1,000 fighters were dug in near the town of Gardez, staging weapons and forming bunkers. These weren't ragtag guerrillas. They were organized, equipped, and determined. Major General Hagenbeck and General Downing coordinated a hammer-and-anvil strike. Air insertion on high ground troops blocking the valleys. It was a bold strategy relying on speed, altitude, and surprise. The operation would involve 1,700 American troops, including Army Rangers, SEALs, Green Berets, and Afghan fighters. Each unit carried a different skill set, but all shared the burden of what lay ahead. The goal: encircle and neutralize enemy fighters without harming civilians in surrounding villages. But as history would show, perfect plans rarely survive first contact. On March 2nd, US troops began landing near key ridgelines: Baker, Ginger, and Whale. The mission was clear: secure the high ground, block escape routes, and crush the enemy. They expected light resistance. Instead, RPGs and machine guns erupted from cliffs and caves. What was supposed to be a rapid strike became a full-scale firefight. Instead of 200 fighters, Intel now estimated up to 1,000 well-supplied enemy troops. Coalition forces found themselves outgunned and pinned down. On March 4th, the Battle of Takur Ghar became a turning point. What happened on that ridgeline would echo in military halls for decades. Navy SEAL Neil Roberts fell from a Chinook under fire, starting a desperate rescue operation. He died fighting, alone, surrounded by enemies. Air Force Technical Sergeant John Chapman charged enemy positions twice, sacrificing his life to save teammates. His heroism earned him the Medal of Honor posthumously. Apache helicopters rained fire on enemy caves, while B-52s struck distant ridges with 2,000-pound bombs. The valley shook under the weight of modern firepower. By March 5th, US troops had retaken the ridges, though firefights continued in deep valleys. The price was steep, but so was the resolve. By March 10th, Operation Anaconda formally concluded, but its legacy was just beginning. It wasn't a clean victory, but it was a lesson carved in blood. 8 Americans died, over 70 were wounded. Enemy losses, 600 to 1,000. The numbers tell a story, but not the whole one. Debriefs revealed breakdowns in satellite comms, delayed air support, and unclear joint command chains. These gaps almost cost the battle. Lessons from Anaconda led to key doctrine changes in joint operations, special ops integration, and mountain warfare. Every flaw became a future improvement. Operation Anaconda wasn't perfect, but it forged new strategies from fire and loss. It became a cornerstone in the evolving playbook of modern conflict. It honored the courage of men like Chapman, Roberts, and every soldier on those ridges. Their names are etched into the granite of sacrifice, and it reminds us, war is more than victory. It's sacrifice, learning, and legacy. These aren't just stories. They're warnings, memories, and tributes. If you believe stories like this deserve to be told, subscribe and help us preserve these legacies. Because history isn't just in books, it's in the blood and valor of those who lived it.